Hey everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction. Today, by popular request, lots and lots of comments have come in and I have heard your voices. So I've seen in the comments that Putri won Indonesia's Got Talent at the age of 8, and here she is on America's Got Talent, looking older than 8 years old. Let's see where she's been, what she's up to, and what this golden buzzer moment is all about.
I always dreamed to be on America's Got Talent since I was little.
Are you nervous?
A little bit. To be singing and playing a piano.
Oh, you're gonna be singing!
Yeah. My biggest challenge is people look at me just as a blind person, as a musician. But when I'm singing, I feel like a superstar. Hello!
Hello! Thank you for coming to AGT. What is your name?
My name is Putri Ariani. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Indonesia.
Wow. 17, okay. So yes, this is a good 9 years after winning Indonesia's Got Talent.
Very first time, I'm so excited. I love all the thing in here.
Smart.
Why AGT? Have you always wanted to come here?
I hope that I can win America's Got Talent so I can reach my dream.
I remember when we still one. You love your voice and your bright eyes. We together in this love.
Unexpected.
And now you left me alone, 'cause you'll find someone better. You went that way with her. And one thing I know.
Oh, okay. This is really beautiful so far. So I was just talking about how her speaking voice had a lilt to it. It had melody, and what's interesting here is that her singing voice is quite different from her speaking voice. I was expecting a different tone based on the way she was speaking. In her singing voice, it's more mature sounding. It's warmer, it's more forward resonance. She sounded like a 17-year-old or even younger when she's speaking. And now when she's singing, her voice is mature. It could be a 25-year-old, a 35-year-old. And it's just a beautiful tone. I love the traces of vibrato. I love the expressive elements that she's bringing into the vocal so far, like the cry sound. Really beautiful so far.
He's so down in a lonely place. You left me when I did. Thought you were my best friend, being my prince, but I was so wrong. Oh baby, you changed your pain into the blue.
I love the way she came off that last note. I loved how she came off of it, but I was also really excited and surprised that she went up there to that high note, because she was already in a very powerful place in her mixed range, that nasopharyngeal resonance space. And you might have even noticed she didn't open up her mouth that much for the first couple notes of that placement, because she was very, very tapped into the feeling of the resonance there. It was a very focused tone right in there. Then she opened up into that beautiful high B, came down. Let's hear that moment again and continue on. So expressive. And if we go back a little bit further here to the beginning of what I'm assuming is the chorus, I'm not familiar with this song.
You break my heart, break my hope, make me.
That first phrase is so beautiful. There's a lot of expression coming into this. Those cry sounds on the first phrase, you break my heart. And then she specifically flipped into a falsetto voice for the next phrase. Da, da, da. And this is a great pop technique. Some pop singers can use that falsetto sound as a tool and use it when they want to for effect, and then come into a fuller, stronger mixed tone for a different effect. And that's exactly what Putri does right here. So you can hear on the second time, she does not flip into the falsetto sound. So let's...
My parents, but I was wrong.
Yeah, so it's the same notes there, but now she's mixing it instead of flipping it into that light, breathy falsetto tone. Something interesting that I kind of want to point out too, consciously or subconsciously, every single singer has influences. And we listen and we watch. So she doesn't have the watch element, and yet she's expressing with her face as if she's been studying. And it just goes to show how much singing from the heart, singing with emotion, just comes through, whether you've been able to see it, to study it or not. It's just coming through for Putri Ariani, and I think that's so cool. And let's keep...
She sounds better than, I would say, 98% of all recording artists already.
Yeah.
This is amazing!
Hey now!
Oh, yes!
Simon knows it.
I don't know.
I want to buy Simon a shirt that's an extra little size large.
That was beautiful. Okay, so we know a golden buzzer moment's coming up. I just want to talk about, she mentioned Whitney, and you know, I could hear Whitney singing this song. It sounds a little bit like a Whitney ballad. Putri has a very different tone from Whitney, but this song feels like a Whitney song. So I think there's definitely some influence in Putri's vocal style happening here. Those riffs that started to happen more in the second half of the song, that's where I was starting to feel that vibe. I can also hear some other like diva singers kind of floating around the air in Putri's voice here, just in terms of a really developed, powerful mixed voice, the dynamic variety and contrast. That's another diva capability. So anyways, it also reminds me a little bit of Demi Lovato in terms of those capabilities. Okay, so let's see. This must have impressed Simon, even though his face didn't say much, but we know how Simon can be. He tends to be stone-faced. So let's see what happens here.
I just said to Putri, I like her voice so much.
Thank
I
you
want
so
her
much,
to sing
Simon.
a second song, please.
Now, I don't know if this happens usually on the show, that they are asked to do a second song, but I would say it's a promising sign. I mean, we already know from the title that she gets a golden buzzer moment. So let's see how she delivers on this second song.
What I gotta do to let me?
Good song.
What I gotta do to make you care? What
Yeah.
I do when lightning strikes me, and I wake to find that you're not there.
Oh! These first three phrases of this song, each line gave me something different. The first line was just setting up the song. Second line that began with the cry, why, started to raise up the intensity. The third line, she started to sing stronger through the course of that line. It was a crescendo. It's just setting up this song so well. There's restraint in that first line. That takes control, especially in a setting like this where you know you have to wow the crowd. She's letting it build, and that restraint ultimately makes the song so much more powerful. Let's keep going.
What a voice.
What I gotta do to make you want me? What I do to be heard? What do I say
hair and a brown.
Harry!
The heart is sad. It's a sad situation. And it's getting cold and more.
She just feels it.
Now, who are these two ladies here, and why are they mic'd and none of the rest of the audience is? I'm sorry if I should know who they are. I don't know who they are, but it's kind of cracking me up that this one young lady's giving commentary on a mic and the rest of the audience isn't. So is she like part of the show, or do just random audience members get to interject commentary? It's kind of like she's a reactor. She's a live studio audience reactor. Does she have a reaction channel? And then on the It's a Sad Situation, she's really tapped into that mixed voice again there. And then I think I heard another little growl there. Situation, whatever it was. Again, that's a Whitney thing. Don't you remember how Whitney would do those growls? I can really hear how Putri's been influenced and is a fan of Whitney's.
It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk and drop sorry seems to be
Another good crescendo. For a second, everyone was just shocked, I think, like, whoa. So on the word hardest, that high note was a high G. I talk about, on my reaction videos, I talk about how a high E flat E, those are hard notes to mix. She was up on a G. Let's do the math there. 1, 2, 3 half steps higher than what's already challenging. So the fact that she mixed that high note a la Demi Lovato, who I was just talking about, who has an exceptionally high, powerful mix range. Woo! Amazing. And such beautiful and nuanced expression. And it was followed, this high G was followed with another rearticulation. That's a that sound. And then again, the way she released that last word. Let's check out the whole last lick. Yeah, that release, just a big release of emotion there. Wow. No wonder the audience is just like, this. I have this pause right now with a guy with his mouth wide open. Totally. I think everyone in the audience is feeling that feeling right there. We just saw the amazing performance. We know what's going to happen, but let's just watch it real fast so we can celebrate with Putri.
Sounded so beautiful tonight, especially the very first song that you sang, like how you switch from your chest voice to your head voice, like
That's
how
my-
you... Sorry?
Yeah, that's my original song.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
That's even more amazing.
Now finally, Simon, something finally he reacted to. Ah, that's a beautiful song. That's awesome.
I think we're all feeling the same thing.
He's standing up.
Yay! Congratulations, Putri. Aww, yay!
You are, I think, one of the best singers we've ever had on our show.
Wow! Yay! Well, this is clearly the start of a new and exciting chapter for Putri, and how cool that we were all able to witness it, to see this next chapter opening up for her. She has an incredible gift, she has an incredible natural talent, but she's also clearly been cultivating it back since, well, before she won Indonesia's Got Talent, but certainly in the years in between. She's a singer who sings a lot on feeling. That's what made her performance so touching and so mesmerizing and so memorable. So I'm excited for her. This was well deserved. I can't wait to see more from Putri. Let's keep an eye on her together. You let me know what I need to watch next from her. Hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. If you really loved this video, I'm always super grateful when the super thanks comes in. You can find me on Patreon, and if you're a singer performing live with a microphone, be sure to check out my mic technique masterclass. Thanks again.